Hey, the regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Crowd here in anticipation of their home team Lakers in an interconference battle here at the Staples Center. And going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season. So the Lakers win the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Pippen is out there with Rodman. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's Jordan. And it's Grant in at the 5 down low.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Stolen by O'Neal. Now the Lakers on the break. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rodman. Here's Pippen. Pippen is doubled. Outside Rose. Three-pointer. Rebound by Kobe.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Young with no one around. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Rose. Banked in off the glass.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Johnson attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively. And he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Now here's Jordan. Young with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Bryant, the 15-footer. Good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Down low. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Johnson against Rose. The kick out to Young. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Bryant. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That drops.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Outside, Rodman. Screen by Grant. They set the screen. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. Inside, and stolen by Jordan. And here we go, the Bulls fast break, and that one's good.
That's a quick bucket there, solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Kobe to the paint. Here's Shaq. And Kareem throws it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position. then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, they're nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Johnson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Johnson taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Rose kicks to Pippen. Grant with a screen on Young. Back to Rose from outside the arc. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
The way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Bulls. Bulls trail by 9. Rose passes to Pippen. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Here's Johnson. Chicago grabs the miss.
Lakers foul. Magic Johnson. That's his first personal foul.
Pippen is doubled. Rodman dishes to Rose. Power down with both hands.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Outside Pippen, stolen by O'Neal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finish off by Bryant.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Rose. The rebound by Johnson.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
O'Neal. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to Sacramento. Rejected by Young. Johnson outside. Stolen by Noah. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Pippen. That's now 8 points for Rose.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
The pass to O'Neal. Dishes it to Abdul-Jabbar. 9 feet out. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Chicago calls timeout. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Jordan bounces high off the rim and drops.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Here's Johnson. Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Bryant with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. And the Lakers with another miss.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Noah kicks to Gasol. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Now it's just a 3-point Laker lead.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Chamberlain's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Baylor comes in for Nick Young. And West subs in for Johnson. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Here's Rose. Sweet little floater. Rose has got 10 points.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Lakers lead by 1. Live from the Staples